Hello and welcome to my Gameweek 17 Championship predictions. If you do like the Championship predictions, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We've got some midweek action coming up this week. West Brom Birmingham is probably the highlighted game in this one, as it is a bit of a local affair. We've got some of the good games of Southampton, Leicester in there as well. But Southampton on good form as well as Leicester hitting good form as well. So yeah, let's just dive straight into my Gameweek 17 Championship predictions. So we start tonight then, where Hull City take on Ipswich Town at the MKM Stadium in Hull, of course. Hull City losing away at QPR. They've had back-to-back 3-2 games. It went against them at the weekend. They did beat Portsmouth before that by 3-2. Losing away at QPR. QPR a bit inconsistent at the moment. Hull, you could say the same about them, really. Ipswich drawing at home to Wrexham. They haven't been really that good at home. Have Ipswich so far this season? They haven't really got as many points as they would have wanted to compared to what they have done away from home this season. Hull sit in the playoffs. Ipswich sit just outside the playoffs. 3-3 draw last time out on the 27th of April. That absolutely bonkers game. Ipswich beating Hull by 3-0 on the 3rd of October. Hull won 11 of these, 4 draws and 2 Ipswich wins on the head-to-head. I'm going to back Ipswich for an away win in this one. Go back for a 2-1 away. Ipswich Town win in this one. I just think they might have a bit too much for Hull City in this one, and they have been very good away. If you look at Swansea and QPR away performance, but Hull are a different animal at home, or can be. But still, I'm going for an Ipswich away win in this one by 2-1. Now, the top two face off in the Championship, where Middlesbrough take on Coventry City and Adrian Vivash. No, that's not his first game. Middlesbrough have appointed a new coach. I think it's a Swedish head coach. I don't know what his name is, Kim Hellberg, that is it. Middlesbrough will be looking to win this to impress him on his first game. They come up against the best team in the league right now, Coventry City, 37 points, plus 28 goal difference. Absolute ridiculous stuff right now for Coventry City. 43 goals scored comfortably. The quickest goal scorers, fastest, whatever, not ever. Well, I think it might be, I don't know. But yeah, Coventry City doing really, really well this season. Top of the league on 37 points, 30 points for Middlesbrough. They somehow still are in that top two after a little bit of a blip that I think they did beat Birmingham in this little bit blip as well. So, tough one to call this. I'm actually going to back the home side 2-1. I think Kim Hellberg will get off to a good start for Middlesbrough in this one. New management and all that. I know he's only had a few days, but I am going to back Middlesbrough to win this against Coventry by 2-1. I just see it. I don't know why, but I just see it. Middlesbrough to win this by 2-1 over Coventry City in this one. Norwich versus Oxford now. Philip Clement's got an extra few days in charge of Norwich. Probably only one full training day since the Birmingham game. I don't think he will have got them in on Sunday. Norwich been absolutely dreadful. Lost 4-1 to Birmingham at the weekend. Oxford did claim a surprise draw, you could say, against Middlesbrough at home. Oxford did beat Norwich last season on the 10th of August. That was opening day for them, I think. 1-1 between the two sides on the 7th of March. Last time they did play, Gary Rowett loves a 1-1 draw. This is 23rd versus 21st. Norwich should be able to get a win at home here against Oxford side that look quite poor. Josh Sargent should be firing. I don't think he's really got going this season. He only had 5 goals so far this season. It's not bad for a team that's 23rd in the league, if I'm honest at all. Norwich will win this, I think. First one for Philippe Clement and his side in this one since he's come in, of course. So, back in a Norwich 2-0 home win over Oxford in this one. I just see Norwich beating Oxford quite comfortably in this one. I think they're going to get a clean sheet as well. So, Norwich to win by 2-0. Stoke Charlton is next then. Charlton, we'll speak about them first. Charlton will be wanting to respond after the loss to Southampton the weekend and the week before against Wrexham. Stoke also lost back-to-back games at home to Coventry and away to Leicester at the weekend. Head-to-head looks like this. Stoke 3-1 winners over Charlton back in 2020 and 3-1 home win for Charlton over Stoke on the 10th of August. So 1 win apiece in the head-to-heads. They haven't played each other any more recently than that. Tough one to call this. Both sides have lost back-to-back. Charlton, I don't know why Charlton could. I could see Charlton winning this for some bizarre reason. It would be the Championship, and that is probably what I'm going to back. Stoke did have a good run before the back-to-back losses, beating Portsmouth, Bristol City and Oxford 13th versus 3rd in the league. Stoke have scored 10 goals in the last 5 championship matches, including beating Bristol City by 5 goals to 1. Screw it, I'm back in Charlton in this one. It's the championship, 1-0 away. Charlton, Nathan Jones win. I could just see it because it's the championship. And yeah, I think Charlton will beat Mark Robbins and Stoke City in this one by a goal to 0. So yeah, Charlton to win by a goal to 0 over Stoke. Swansea take on John Eustace's derby now then. Swansea have been on horrible form, losing 3-0 to Bristol City at the weekend, 4-1 at home to Ipswich recently. Derby throw a 2-goal lead away against Watford, and that really won't help their confidence at all, despite coming off the winning, I think it was 5 games in a row for Derby County in that one. Swansea City will be looking to do a bit better than what they have done in previous matches. I mean, they haven't won in a while. Vitor Matos is the new head coach of Swansea City. It will be his first game as head coach tonight. Will they get a new manager bounce over a John Eustace derby side that like to keep it tight and compact? It's always a close game when John Eustace's teams are involved. Swansea are going to win this, I think, in my eyes. I think Swansea will win this by 2 goals to 1 at home at the Swansea.com, and they need a win. Derby will be back-to-back losses for them, and maybe, just maybe, they slump back to where they started after them 5 wins in a before them 5 wins in a row. Sorry, near the relegation places. So yeah, back at Swansea to win by 2 goals to 1 over Derby. Watford Preston now. Watford's home record is pretty good. They did beat Derby at the weekend under Javi Gracia. Watford doing it very well for themselves, up in 11th at the moment. I think most people would have had them to go down at the start of the season. Yeah, they did lose to Preston last time out in the head-to-heads on the 21st of January, 3-0 home win for Preston over Watford on the 2nd of October. Yeah, Watford do seem to be quite good at home and usually don't really cause any upsets, really. They beat Middlesbrough 3-0 last time out. They were at home. They did draw with Bristol City at home in their work as well, but Bristol City are a decent side. Preston are okay under Paul Heckingbottom, but they do have a bit of a shaky away record. Well, I say shaky, but they are in 12th. Watford's home form, I think, has been pretty good since Javi Gracia has come in. Watford are going to win this in my eyes and go for a nice 3-1 home win. I know that might sound a bit out there, but yeah, I think Watford will be quite comfortable over Preston in this one. Preston maybe start to slump outside the playoffs now, so yeah, Watford to win this by 3 goals to 1 over Preston. And the final game is Southampton taking on Leicester City at 8 o'clock on Sky Sports main event and Sky Sports Football. Southampton 3 wins on the bounce at the moment under new manager, or under 21s manager, caretaker manager, whatever you want to call it. Tonda Ecker, 2-1 away at QPR, 3-1 at home to Wednesday, 5-1 away at Charlton. 3 wins on the bounce. Leicester, back-to-back wins for them, 2-1 over Norwich, 2-1 over Stoke in there as well. Southampton have conceded, both sides have conceded in their last 16 matches, combined with Southampton scoring 11 in 5. Leicester haven't kept a clean sheet in 10 matches. Yeah, you can expect a bit of a bonkers game for this one. Last time they did play was in the Premier League, 2-0 home with Leicester City, 3-2 away win for Leicester against Southampton on the 19th of October. 14 wins for Leicester, 6 draws, 6 wins for Southampton. Tough one to call this one. Southampton on real good form. Leicester in 10th, doing okay themselves. Yeah, really difficult this to call. I am going to go for an away win in this one. I think Southampton's good run will come to an end in this one. I think Leicester might just have that little bit of extra quality in this one. So, yeah, back in a 3. I'm going to go for a goal fest. Screw it. 3-2 Leicester away win in this one. Definitely could be a few goals in this one between Southampton and Leicester. And, yeah, back in a 3-2 away Leicester win in this one over the Saints. Into Wednesday's fixtures, and Blackburn Rovers take on Queen's Park Rangers at Ewood Park. Blackburn been on fire recently, despite that 2-1 home loss to Derby County in there. They have won 4 out of their last 5 matches. QPR did win at the weekend as well, so this one should be an interesting one to watch. QPR did beat Blackburn by 2 goals to 1 on the 4th of February. Last time they decided to play 2-0 home win for Blackburn on the 28th of September back at Ewood Park. Blackburn 18th in the table, QPR down to 15th, but up to 15th probably with that win. Actually, will stay where they were. Blackburn sit 21st in the table at the moment on the home form. They haven't been great at Ewood Park this season. QPR, on the other hand, have been pretty good away from home in 10th spot. 14 wins for Blackburn, 5 draws and 5 wins for QPR on the head-to-head record so far this season. I am going to back a... What do I back in this one? I'm actually going to back a QPR win. Screw it. I'll go for a 2-1 QPR away win in this one, them to get back-to-back wins in this one. And beat Valerian, Ishmael and Blackburn in this one. So 2-1 to QPR in this one. Millwall, Sheffield Wednesday now then. Millwall will be looking to win this after a slight dip in form. They haven't won their last 4 matches. They lost to Portsmouth at the weekend. Sheffield Wednesday lost 3-0 at home to Sheffield United, which is never great. Millwall have slumped to 7th in the table outside the playoffs. There you go. Sheffield Wednesday still stricken at the bottom on -4 points. Head-to-head record looks like this. 2-2 draw between the two sides on the 4th of January. 3-0 home win for Millwall. Last time they played on the 31st of August at the Den. 5 wins for Millwall, 7 draws, 6 wins for Sheffield Wednesday. I know Millwall are a bit of poor form, but they're going to come back and win this. I'm going for a nice 2-0 home Millwall win in this one over Sheffield Wednesday and to get over the line and finally get a win, as they have not had one in the last 4 matches. 2-0 to Millwall in this one. Sheffield United, Portsmouth now then at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United will have great momentum after that win in the Steel City derby at the weekend. Portsmouth did beat Millwall in there as well by 3-1 last time out as well. Both sides having really, really poor form before that, but then both getting a win last time out, which was pretty good for them. Last time they did play these sides was a 2-1 home win for Sheffield United on the 8th of February. Last season was a 0-0 draw back at Fratton Park. 3 wins for Sheffield United, 1 draw, 2 wins for Portsmouth. 22nd sit Sheffield United, 19th sit Portsmouth, very tight towards the bottom of the table. Sheffield United should be okay at Bramall Lane in this one over a Portsmouth side that don't look particularly good at the moment. Tough one to call this, but I think I'm just going to back Chris Wilder's men in this one to get over the line. I'm going back a 1-0 home Sheffield United win over Pompey in this one, and Sheffield United to get back-to-back wins for the first time this season under Chris Wilder. So 1-0 Sheffield United in this one. Now to the racecourse where Wrexham take on Bristol City. Wrexham have been okay so far. In their last 4 matches they are unbeaten. They beat Coventry, drew with Portsmouth, beat Charlton, drew with Ipswich. Bristol City did beat Swansea by 3-0 in there as well recently. Last time out, Bristol City also drew away at Watford. They did have back-to-back losses at home, away at Stoke, and at home to Blackburn Rovers, not away to Blackburn. This is the first time these sides have played in a head-to-head recently since 2010, so not much data here. 4th Bristol City. Wrexham sit 14th. Wrexham quite good at home recently. Wouldn't be surprised if they got 3 wins on the bounce at home. This will be at the racecourse. Will be a great atmosphere going. Wrexham finally maybe start to click under Phil Parkinson. I'm going to back Wrexham for a win in this one. Go for a nice 2-1 home Wrexham win in this one in North Wales. And Wrexham will beat Bristol City in this one, despite Bristol City's okay form recently. But Wrexham to win this by 2-1. And the final game is a little bit of a Midlands crunch clash as West Bromwich Albion take on Birmingham City in the Championship at 8 o'clock on main TV on Sky Sports. West Brom unlucky to lose that game at Coventry at the weekend with the 10 men, etc. And then lost by 3-2. 4-1 Birmingham home win over Norwich last time out. They've been impeccable at home when they scored 12 goals at home. Only 1 conceded in the last 3 matches at home. But this is a difficult proposition away from home. They've lost their last 2 games away from home to Bristol City and Middlesbrough respectively. Last time they did play was a 1-0 home win for West Brom on the 3rd of February. The season Birmingham we got relegated. 6th of October, John Eustace's final game in charge. We won 3-1, and then in pre-season last season was a 4-1 home win. 8 wins for West Brom, 2 draws, 5 wins for Birmingham. Difficult one to score. West Brom all the way down in 17th now. Birmingham in 9th at the moment. I'm good about Birmingham for an away win, and this one might be a bit of a surprise, but I am going to. So back in Birmingham for a nice 2-1 away victory in this one at the Hawthorns, and more misery on West Bromwich Albion and Ryan Mason. Thank you very much for watching my Game Week 17 Championship predictions. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be League 2 And League One predictions, as we know, it will be a separate video, as it always has been the last couple of weeks or last month or two. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.